October 1944. The waters around the Philippines churned, not just with waves, but with the echoes of engines and the unmistakable calls of war. This was the stage for the largest naval battle in history, the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Here, the Allies and the Japanese Imperial Navy would collide in an epic confrontation that shaped the very course of World War II. But why Leyte? Why here? Why now? For the United States and its allies, this was more than just a strategic objective. Retaking the Philippines meant undoing years of brutal Japanese occupation and striking a massive blow to Japan's fading grip on the Pacific. For Japan, it was a desperate gamble to turn the tide of war, no matter the cost. The battle wasn't a single clash, but a series of engagements. A chaotic, sprawling struggle fought across the seas and skies on October 23 through October 26. It began with the Japanese deploying a bold, almost reckless plan. Divide their fleet into separate waves to lure the U.S. Navy into a trap. One group was tasked with drawing American forces northward, away from the invasion site at Leyte Gulf, while others struck the landing area itself. What Japan hadn't counted on: the determination of Admiral William Bull Halsey and the tactical cunning of the U.S. Navy. American submarines spotted the first Japanese armada near the Palawan Passage, setting off a chain of events that culminated in explosive encounters. Among these clashes, one stands out: the Battle of the Sibuyan Sea. On October 24th, waves of American aircraft launched relentless attacks on the largest battleship ever built, the Japanese super battleship Musashi. With its immense size and armor, Musashi should have been nearly unstoppable. Yet it was no match for the sheer aggression of U.S. pilots. Bomb after bomb, torpedo after torpedo, it took hours, but finally Musashi slipped beneath the waves, bringing Japan's hopes of dominating Leyte one step closer to ruin. Meanwhile, to the north, Admiral Halsey's fleet scrambled to intercept the Japanese decoy force commanded by Admiral Jisaburo Ozawa. What Halsey didn't realize in his pursuit of Ozawa's carriers was that he was leaving the Leyte landing area dangerously exposed. October 25th. The Japanese made their move near Samar, only to encounter a small, hastily assembled group of American escort carriers and destroyers known as Taffy 3. Outsized and outgunned, Taffy 3's survival seemed impossible. But what followed was nothing short of heroic. Against overwhelming odds, U.S. destroyers charged headlong into Japanese battleships, fighting with every ounce of desperation and courage. Aircraft from the tiny escort carriers bombarded their attackers. Smoke covered the water, explosions ripped through the air, and one thing became clear: Taffy 3 wasn't giving up. The Japanese fleet, despite its massive advantage, faltered and eventually retreated, unwilling to risk further losses. And yet this wasn't the end. Throughout the battle, Japan unleashed a new and devastating strategy, hoping to regain the upper hand in the relentless struggle for the Pacific. American forces, though battered, answered with equal ferocity, determined to protect their foothold at Leyte. The seas around Leyte became a churning cauldron of steel and fire as both navies clashed in a desperate bid for supremacy. Despite the overwhelming odds, the American sailors held their ground, their resolve as unyielding as the waves that crashed around them.